Welcome to another episode of Cover Lovers, where we get to talk about this week's incentives. That's right, the week of July 23rd and 24th, as well as store exclusives. And on today's show, we'll be going through some San Diego Comic-Con comic book exclusives, so definitely looking forward to that. But before we get started, as always, Mike, Mr. Han, aka Solo, what are you doing?
I'm just it's a play on words. The family went away to Gatlinburg and left me all alone, so I actually get a real vacation. Don't ever show them this episode because they'll be pissed at me saying that. But it will stay.
They're probably watching right now.
They are not watching right now. But I got to play all of my records really loud, and I got to eat shitty food, and nobody food policing me, and oh man, unbelievable.
Everything was microwaved, right?
No, not at all. I went to the lady at Kroger who makes ribs out on the grills once every couple of weeks. She's awesome. She's from St. Louis, and she does St. Louis style ribs out there. And she does she doesn't do very many. She does like 24 racks, and if you got to get there on time. And I was driving to Publix to buy fried chicken for myself, and I saw the smoke. And I'm like, oh no way, man! I got to go over there. She listens to BB King. We were talking about. No, I won't tell you what we're talking about because it's political. But all the new news and politics for those of you not living under a rock and know what's going on.
The world is flipped upside down right now.
The world is flipped upside down indeed. But anyway, won't get into that because we're all trying to nerd out here tonight. But anyway, so no, not microwavable. And I'm currently cooking chicken for myself for tomorrow that I will then eat tomorrow. So like pad going on here, which is kind of weird. Kind of interesting, kind of cool. But that means I get to hang and not worry about putting kids to bed and screaming 2-year-olds and all that kind of thing.
Damn right.
Looking forward to talking about some toilet paper with you guys.
Yes, there's plenty of it, sir. Plenty of it.
Yep. How are things going, Jeff? What's new?
Geez. I'm excited to be going to San Diego Comic-Con. Just last week I found out I can go. And, it's a lot of planning to do with months knowing you're going to go, let alone I only had a week. So I'm meticulously going through all the exclusives, all the booths, all the signings, all the artists who are going to be there. I'm just looking forward to all of it. I'm actually super excited. I didn't think I'd be excited after the 8th or 9th time, but.
Oh, you're breaking my heart 8th or 9th time.
I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to rub that in. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm excited. I went through that whole debacle of receiving Funko Pops with no Funko Pops in them. So that was fun. I'm glad I unboxed it on Saturday morning Toy Box. Go check that out. It's last Saturday. Where you'll see a package with the Funko Pop box, but no Funko Pop. So and the good news is Upper Deck said we're going to replace your stuff and exactly what you were supposed to receive. So I am going to get a chase and a common.
Very good. Very
Thank you, Upper Deck.
All right, gentlemen. As always, before we get started, I need to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. One of them being Cover Price. So make sure to head over to coverprice.com and use code word Nerdvana14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And as always, Bird City Comics, head on over and use code word TNH10 to save yourself 10% off your purchase over there. And a quick shout out to our horseman, Uncle Rudy. What is going on? And Eddie, our DJ, make sure to give him a follow at Beats by Monster. All right, let's dive into the chat. Starting with our main man here, GT Key. What is going on? Thanks for stopping by. Heroes Reborn. What is going on? It's been a minute. And Copy 801. What is up? Look at that. Uncle Rudy. What up, nerds?
Hopefully we'll see you, Uncle Rudy.
That's right. That's right. In San Diego. All right, Derek, what is up, man? Oh, Trish. And don't forget, Trish is going to be in San Diego. So give her if you're going, make sure to stop by. She's doing some signings and also doing a panel out there. So make sure to follow her on IG and get all of the details. All right, Mark the Cuddy Sark. I love that. What is going on? Look,
wow, Western Australia.
All right, thank you for tuning in. Thank you
Thank
for
you
tuning
from
in.
the down under.
Oh yeah. Oh, James, what is up, dude? How are things going? Oh, Sam, I am Wookiee Fanatic. What is going on? All right, I think we might be caught up. So let us get started with today's show. And here we go. We have the incentives. First up, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. We have a 1 in 250
Good
from
Lord.
Mateo Scalera and a
What?
1 in 500.
What?
500 by
What
Sean
is
Murphy.
happening?
All right, Han Solo, what do you got?
Oh my gosh! I mean, I like the Scalera. Fucking hell, those. What is up with those 250 and 500? Who's ordering that? Like, am I missing something? Did something change? I mean, shop had trouble selling 10 copies of this thing. I know it's a #1 again, but come on, man, that's a lot of copies. Wow. Sort of vibe to it. It's obviously at least a pseudo homage, a partial homage. I don't know, but it's definitely done in his own style. It's cool. I sort of like the color blocking. Maybe a little washed out, and maybe a little not enough contrast here and there. Maybe too much purple highlights on the turtles that match too much with the sky. I may have liked to have seen a little bit more separation there, but I dig the overall look of it. The Sean Murphy is boring AF, man. I don't see any what would ever entice me to order 500 copies of this book anyway, no matter how good that cover was, but not great. That's not great. I assume that's a version of a different cover.
Is it not?
It's not. It looks like there's space up at the top although I guess technically the background is the trade dress, but I don't know. I like the Scalera, although the Scalera does kind of look like a lot of other Turtles covers, even though I like it better than the Murphy. Either way, these are both hard passes at those.
All right. What about you, Jeff? What are your thoughts on
at those incentives? Effing crazy.
Yeah, I'm with I don't understand how people are going to even get their hands on these. Like, who's ordering that many of these copies? It doesn't matter if it's a #1, just because it's going to sell. It's going to get a bump from the regular people buying Turtles, and that amount of people regularly buying Turtles is not a lot. So, goodness. You know what? I'm not mad at either one of them. But not as a 1 in 250, not as a 1 in 500. This would be cool if this was 1 in 25 and a 1 in 50. I'm okay with that. And even that would have been pushing it for Mike, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even 1 in 100 is pushing it. But shit,
Yeah.
I might, if the cover were badass, I might have gone with it. Maybe.
I like the take on the Scalera. I get the whole, like, it kind of is washed with too much pink and purple. But I kind of dig it. It helps with the black background of the buildings. And the Murphy, I'm actually not upset about it either. Again, it's just because it's the ratio. I would be upset. I mean, I dig, like, you see Bebop and Rocksteady in the window. So you get a little Easter egg there. It's not bad, but again, I would probably say at best it's a 1 in 25. Probably should just be an A cover.
Yeah, these feel like 1 in 10, 1 in 25 kind of covers. But
yeah, I would be more safe with that. So if you can somehow get these cheap, I don't think you will. First of all, off the bat, and second of all, they're going to be probably more scarce than you think for a #1 ratio.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, they're probably going to hold a value that might not be worth getting them for.
All right, but Jeff, which one are you taking though? You have to pick.
No,
you have to.
That's the
mean,
game.
Cover wise, I'm gonna go with the Murphy. I kind of like his take on the turtles. So, yeah.
Is Sean Murphy the same guy as Scalero, but with like the Jared Leto filter on?
Same father, different mother.
Look at those pictures. It looks like the Scalera picture looks like just quick selfie. I just woke up, and then I added the Jared Leto filter, and now I'm Sean.
There you go. I can totally see that. I can totally see that. All right, split decision. I'm picking a winner here. I actually like the Murphy. I think the Scalera is great, but it's been done. I feel like it's a like to your point, Mike. It's like a homage of something, right? And I mean, we've seen this before.
Yeah.
And also to your point, I know if Big Rob were here, he would definitely be picking the Scalera because of the purples and pinks.
Yep.
But the Murphy, there's just something about it. I like how it's very subdued. I like the how it's like kind of washed out, the colors. It kind of reminds me of like one of those newspapers that are like it's old, right? It's turned yellow because of the sun and everything. I kind of dig it. One of the other things I want to note, and also Steve had mentioned it in the chat, there is a shit ton of covers. So I know Jeff had mentioned that these might not be, they might be hard to get, but there are a shit ton of retailer exclusives for these turtles because it's a relaunch of #1. So there's going to be a lot of 500s out there or 250s because those retailer incentives, they also count to the total of what these retailers are ordering.
That's true. Because anybody has store exclusives, you're automatically probably going to order how many thousands that you have to order.
Yeah.
So you're already going to get 4, 8, 10 copies of these.
Yeah. Which also too, I think also Copy had mentioned that it's probably not going to be a ratio price. And I have to agree. I think because there's going to be a lot, or at least more than what we think, those ratio prices are probably going to be down. I mean, I don't think that Murphy will go for $500 or that Scalera will be going for $250. I think it'll be significantly less than that.
Well, but I also think there's a counter to that as well, because how many 1 in 250, 1 in 500 turtle books are there in the whole world?
No, that you're absolutely right.
So
that is very true.
That's tough.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the next one. We got Nick's #1. We got a 1 in 50 by Lobos and a 1 in 100 by Artgerm, but you can also get the regular cover with the trade dress, right? These are just virgins. Jeff, you're up.
Yikes.
Okay, so I love both of these artists. There's no way, two ways around it. That Lobos X-23 outfit, this looks like it's like a disco ball, like 70s outfit. It's pretty different. I would say it's pretty cool. I dig it. I just like the Archer more. I like that X-23 has like an 8-pack going. You can see all the muscles. Like, the only thing I have an issue with Artgerm's is maybe her hands or her forearms are slightly small or shortened on like the left and longer on the right. It looks a little off, the arms. The rest of it's great. I don't mind the Lobos though. It just looks like a card, or a card back. So it's cool, but I love the Artgerm. Right. I'd probably go get the A cover.
I'm in agreement. I love the Lobos. I think Lobos is great. I dig the new X-23's costume. I like Laura's costume. That's her new one. I think it's fantastic. But there's something about the Artgerm that I like a little bit better. Right?
Hey, that looks familiar, sir.
Oh man, look at that. But yeah, I dig the low rise jeans that she's wearing over there in the Artgerm. I like the fact that the Virgin, you get more of the picture, right? I mean, you get
more
you know,
details of the outfit.
exactly. And I'm sure Big Rob would have said, like, I hate that trade dress. That trade dress is atrocious.
It is.
I'm like, what the F is going on? And Jeff, now that you told me about the forearms on X-23, I cannot unsee it.
I'm sorry. Like I happen to see these things because what I expect out of these guys is perfection. And if I see anything off on it, I'm gonna notice it for these particular like artists, these types of artists, Lucille, like Carla, like all of them. If there's one little thing off, I'm gonna notice it.
Oh. All right, what do you got going on, Mike? What are your thoughts?
I'm kind of mad at both of them, to be honest with you, because these are two of my favorite artists as well, and these are both kind of fails to me. I think that the Artgerm feels a little bit more in line with what I want the character to look like in an NYX book rather than a Wolverine specific book. That costume is also really weird. That's probably not Lobos's fault. That's probably something that's in the book. Some terrible design decision by a Marvel person, probably the person who created the trade dress. The costume's weird, and so it makes her look weird. Again, I don't think that's Lobos's fault, but the mask is from the old school All New Wolverine, but that torso piece, whatever the hell the 1980s.
You don't like her collar?
The shoulder pads, blouse thing, it looks bad. Whereas the Artgerm looks a lot more in line with the Derek Chu covers and some of the older X-23 covers that I feel fit the character a little bit better. This is also one of my favorite characters of all time. This is, I don't know, new age Marvel characters that I feel like was created with a good organic backstory that makes sense, that doesn't feel like throwing shit up against the wall and seeing what sticks. This actually felt like a good idea. And so I never want them to fuck this character up. So I want the covers to be perfect too. And neither of these really do it for me. If I have to choose, it's the Artgerm, only because of the look he chose to draw her as, not necessarily because I think the art is any better than the logo.
All right. Thank you for that.
All right. But for these artists.
Moving on. We got double the Frisen. We got a 1 in 25 by Jenny Frisen here for Zatanna, Bring Down the House #2, and also Universal Monsters, Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives. And again, it's also a 1 in 25. All right, Mike, of the two, which one you taking?
Zatanna, no question about it, is fucking gorgeous. It is right up there with her death from the Sandman books. Love the stars. I love the whole look. It has that feel of the old Hughes covers, but with the Frisen touch, and it's laid out great. This is, we've talked about her when she's off and they're boring, but something about when she's on, even though this isn't terribly dissimilar from so many of her other covers, it just feels better, cooler, classic, sexy. It's great. There's nothing wrong with it per se. It's a little too busy. I don't like it in black and white. I actually like it in color a little bit better. Although I do love to see her gray tones because her gray tones are done by hand. For those that don't know her process, she does all the stuff on gray paper, and then she does it with charcoals and stuff like that. Then she loads them into Photoshop or whatever program she uses, and then renders all the color there. So it's cool to see the black and white part of the process here, but still kind of loses something gorgeous. To me, it's the clear winner.
All right, and Jeff?
Completely agree. This reminds me, now I have to stop by Bird City Comics at San Diego Comic-Con to get the foil version of this.
Oh shit, do they have that?
They do.
Mike, if you want one, I'll try to grab one for you.
Yeah, this would probably be my choice from the con.
Yeah, like my one complaint about Frisen has always been that all her females look the same in the face. Usually, like a lot of times, I like how it's not the same. She made her little differences, the darker eyebrows, the more of a pig nose, you know. So like I love that difference. Her face isn't like perfectly shaped; it's a little more squarish. Like I love that those choices that she made here, and just Zatanna's not overly curvy on here. I'm sorry, Alonzo. Um, but like I dig that. It's different. It's good. And this is one of my more favorite Frisen covers for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So of the last couple of years, anyway, definitely.
Yes.
All right. I'm just kind of putting this out there, but where are her arms?
It's magic.
It's magic,
Alonzo.
sir.
Okay. I was just checking. But
Jeez.
And on top of that, like, she's creating magic. Maybe she's like popping out of the darkness. She's wearing black.
okay. All right. I'll buy into magic. I'll buy into that. But that is definitely my choice. I'm in agreement. Exactly. I'm in agreement with both of y'all. I like the Zatanna one. Though, again, the creature from the Black Lagoon is still pretty damn good. I really
I
like
take the color, though.
Yeah, the color has so much more depth.
Yeah, exactly. But I like the color version better.
Yeah.
And then I know Sarah had mentioned not Sarah. Katie had mentioned about Zatanna's face. I kind of like it because I like that square jaw. I mean, normally the women that she draws are very
pointy chin.
It's like a little, almost a pointy chin. Thank you.
Yeah.
So this one, I kind of like the square jaw. I like the face. I mean, it's definitely going to be one of my favorites. I unfortunately didn't get to pick this up or pre-order it, so maybe having to pay a little bit extra for this copy when it comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind when they cast Zatanna in the DC universe in the future that she looks like her.
Agreed.
Yes. All right. And moving on to the next one, we have Vengeance of the Moon Knight, number 7 by Mike Mayhew, 1/25. Jeff, what do you think?
At least it's not one of his normal like poses. It's okay, but I feel like I'm missing something, or just something isn't. It's not exciting. It's just a pose. I feel like there's something wrong with her right arm. Actually, maybe both arms. So yeah, I'd pass on this. And didn't we talk about how having like a different character on the like? I'm hoping she's in the book, because if she's not, well, why is this character on this book as the 1/25? So yeah, I would pass.
Is it a Thundercats crossover?
Yeah, could be. I don't like this either. I for me, it's like those eyes. I feel like they're peering into my soul. I feel like I'm like, oh my god, it's a little scary. And I feel like the arms aren't really all well positioned, and they don't look like they're drawn very well. And that leg, that leg that she's kind of stretched out, just kind of looks a little awkward to me.
A little too long.
Yeah, I mean, it just, the whole like position, just everything just looks a little wonky to me. And it really comes down to those eyes. I mean, I just don't like them. They kind of look dead, you know. So I would definitely just pass if I saw this.
I like the details on the tree.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing as 78 points. It just looks unfinished. This looks rushed and lazy to me all around. This is a hard no for me too.
All right. Moving on to the next one, we have Detective Comics number 1087, a 1/25 by Sebastian Fiumara. Mike?
Fucking love this shit. This is cool. It's dark and weird. creepy, and I love it. This is like a jump DC horror books from the 70s. This is cool. I love Fiumaro's work anyway. Sort of has it's a weird combo of things, right? It's sort of like the Scarecrow mask feel to it, right? Like tied around the neck, like the sack kind of idea. The hand coming through, that's so cool. I mean, it's so creepy in some weird way. The bat hanging off of it. It's rendered really cool, textures and stuff. This is cool. This feels like an incentive. This stands out. It's original. It's different, unique. I like it. This is a cool cover.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah, same. I love his work. Horror is not my genre, but I can appreciate it, and I really dig the colors, the shading, the lines, like that color of the blue for the cowl. Like, you almost know which version of the bat suit he's wearing or was wearing, right? Like, I dig that. I even dig it against the Sears portrait background. It makes it stand out. So I can appreciate it. At least they nailed it for this one. Like, DC has been having a lot of troubles with incentives, and this one's cool. This one's really cool. This one's gonna sell out.
You like this, Jeff? Don't be scared.
I'm not scared. It's not my thing.
Oh man, I dig it as well. I'm right there with Steve. When I saw this cover, I was like, dude, you know who's gonna love it? Steve's gonna love it, because he loves that horror. And man, this thing just it's scary. It's gruesome. Like, you got eyeballs coming out of your fingertips. It's gnarly. I love it.
And I can't tell if it's growing out of it, if it's stitched to it. I don't know.
I think it's just somebody's got their hand through his cowl. Ugh.
Yep.
But
it's like a little puppet. Hello, my puppet. I mean, it's freaking awesome. And I like how Trish mentioned this as well. It's like Guillermo del Toro vibes. Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like that character that has the eyes on his hands.
Oh, yeah.
From Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
that was awesome. All right. Moving on to the next one, we got Star Wars Darth Vader number 48, a 1 in 25 by Jeremy Wilson. Mike.
I actually don't mind it. I mean, I know you got it face palmed because, so the actual execution is really poor. But I do like the idea. I wish it had been done by somebody better. It's just, I mean, I'm not sure if I know who Jeremy Wilson is, but
you'll never know who Jeremy Wilson is, sir.
No, I guess not. We might never know because the cover's not great. But and all I mean by I don't mind it is that I like the aesthetic of it, and picture if Jock had done this instead, right? Or
I was actually thinking the same thing.
Or what the hell's the guy's name? Starts with the W. Who did TMNT covers, character close-ups. There's a Star Trek cover from him. Oh man. Hell. I can't think of it. It'll come to me at some point. But yeah, if an artist had done this, I think we would love it. Or David Aja or or however you say it. Somebody like that who is better at this style than this would have been really cool. But sadly, it is a fail. I don't know if I'd facepalm it just because it's not horrible, but it is definitely not viable.
Oh, man. All right, what about you, Jeff?
So at first I was thinking this was horrible because it looks so 2D. You know, there's no depth to Vader here. And it almost looks like this is like a drawing out of a kid's Star Wars book. So it feels a little incomplete or a little too simple. But I can appreciate it. I just don't. I kind of go with what Mike said. It might not have been done by the best artist, wasn't executed, to its best. So I can see where you're like, it's missing something and it's just a little off. But yeah, I mean, this is like what was that? What's that book that I always refer to that's in the dentist's office?
Oh, highlights.
Oh, highlights.
Yeah, this is like the highlights version of Darth Vader.
That's sad how we all know that.
I love that we all know that.
You know that magazine still exists, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is terrible because it doesn't have any depth. If maybe we had a little bit more shadow and less kind of this white space, I kind of figured like he cut an image, pasted it on some white paper, threw some what is it, white out, like, or some white paint, and just like, hey, I'm done, I'll call it a day. I mean, it just, I mean, what, and also too, what is with that parachute cloak? You know, it's like he just landed in the snow. I don't know. It's terrible. I mean, I do feel like somebody in high school in their notepad, like you'd mentioned, Jeff, and even the chat had mentioned that someone just drew it and just said, "Here you go. This is my version of Darth Vader." And unfortunately, it is terrible. All right. Moving on to the next one. We have another terrible cover. This one by Alex Maleev, and this is Venom Separation Anxiety number 3, a 1 in 25. All right, Jeff.
This is a bad like homage. I don't like the way this Venom feels. Like, it looks like it's too close to looking like Spider-Man. Like body type. I like a grotesque, muscular Venom. And I don't know, like, just doesn't feel like it's finished. It's just, it looks like he almost gets there, but nah, almost.
Yeah, that's where I am too, almost. Like, needed another week, Alex.
I like the idea of the symbiote like coming off of him. That's the only good thing about this whole thing for me. And that trade dress is horrific.
All right, Mike. What do you got on this one?
I'm sad about the fact that I love Maleev's work, and I don't think that being a good cover with a little more time, potentially. His style just doesn't fit every character. There's just certain characters that his particular brand of painting doesn't work for. And I think this is one of them. We're seeing it here. Whereas other times it's perfect. I mean, it's exactly what you need. But you want more. Well, first of all, you don't want him squatting taking a dump. That's one problem here. Secondarily, but poses aside, it's just it just Alex Maleev cover to do. And I want it to be more energetic. I want it to have more depth. I want it to feel more painted. I want it to feel more finished, and this sort of just falls short. Again, like the last one, I'm not sure I'd face palm it. I don't know if it's quite that bad, but it's certainly low on the list of Maleev covers. That's for sure. I hold him, like we all do, to a pretty high standard that he himself has earned, and I don't think he earns it here. That's for sure.
So the way I look at this, I'm like, this person is at Sears with a Sears background, and then they have this little prop. And you have the cameraman taking a picture saying, why don't you just get on that prop and do some sort of stance or, like trying to scare me. I don't know. But this is terrible. This thing is terrible. I just don't like it. I feel like it's just, oh my God, it's just so ordinary.
With the fists and the forearms pushing down against the base, it almost feels like he's pushing really hard.
Yeah. It just doesn't do it. I mean, it doesn't feel like Venom. It really does. To your point, Jeff, it really does feel like this is a black suit Spider-Man. It does not feel like Eddie Brock or whomever is Venom now. It's just very. I don't know. It's just sad, and I just like, oh my god, Alex can do so much better. I don't know what happened. I just don't know. How about this one here? Vampirella number 670, a 1 in 7 by Ergun Gundus. Mike, what are your thoughts on this one?
So freaking.
I really like this cover, and I don't like it just because it's vampy or a mostly naked person, but I really like that it's something different for vampy. It's a little bit more sly and sneaky and creepy evil rather than just like, here are my boobs, let me drink your blood, which I also like, don't get me wrong, but this one has a cooler feel to it. And I've sort of been waiting for Gundus to do a cover that stands out to me. His covers seemed kind of generic up till now. There have been a couple decent ones here and there, but this one really feels a little bit different to me. Cool. I like the shadow in the background. The bats back there are a cool touch, I guess, although kind of unnecessary. But it's a nice way to do a simple background without having to take a terrible amount of time to do it, but still effective and kind of fills the page in a nice way. But I actually like this. I think it's sexy, a little tasteful side boob going on. I think it's correctly incentivized at 1 in 7. I mean, this will be roughly cover price or maybe just a touch more. And so that's fair, I think.
Okay. Jeff?
Yeah. I mean, the more you look at it, the more I like the details, the wrinkle in the boots, the
rib cage.
Yeah, the rib cage, the thigh pushing against her hips. Like it's really, I just love all the details. And even like the wash, the coloring on it, it gives me like that Cool World vibes. And I don't know why, like that live action kind of animation. But it just is. And I like it. I like the details of the shadows of the bats. You don't have to see the bats there. That's really cool. Yeah. 1 in 7, this is probably cover price.
Yeah, Copy, you kind of said it. You said it right. It actually finally gives vampire vibes. Not it's been done to death. Nothing wrong with those covers, and I like them. I own a bunch of them, but this one actually feels a little bit more in line with the character and her menace, especially her like seductive menace. I think this is a perfect depiction of that.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of this one is like the eyes, and I think it's mentioned in the chat as well. I think it's great. It's a lot better than a Mike Mayhew one that it's like dead eyes. I mean, this is fantastic.
Which pisses me off because Mike Mayhew has some amazing old Vampy covers from his original run on Vampy. There's some of the most beautiful Vampy covers that exist. Like, where's that guy? Why is he not drawing Vampy like that? They were so good back then. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Artists evolve, and they don't always evolve the way I like them to evolve. Yeah. So,
the only thing weird is the butt crack here. That's the only thing weird.
What's weird with it?
Is
that not your thing?
That it's there. That's it. That it's just there. I'm like,
he's got a wedgie. Leave her alone.
He's like, I think I need to separate it to make sure people know there's 2 cheeks. So let me just put a little line.
You know what? Maybe when he drew it without the line, it looked weird. Could have.
You think he giggled when he drew that line?
Hell yeah. Every time.
I would have. I'm such a child.
Oh, man. All right. How about this one? We have another Archer. The Addiction, Death of Your Life, number 1, 1 in 10. But it also comes with a cover B. So what are your thoughts on this one, Jeff?
I was just saying I like Artgerm, and he's not winning this week for me. This is kind of generic. I don't know if I like the choices here, but yeah, there's something a little off. I mean, I can appreciate a thick woman, but still, this is very generic for Archer, for me.
What are your thoughts, Mike?
Yeah, this is. I was just going to say what Trish just said. Who the hell is?
This is a number 1.
this character even? Just random girl,
Random
purple?
person.
I mean, this is completely ununique. It looks like every cookie cutter Artgerm when he is not paying attention to details. It's boring. The lighting's weird. It looks too anime for me and too digital for me. I know he does digital, but it looks too digital to me. He's capable of doing way better than this. I think it's kind of a shitty cover from him.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think the shadow here kind of ruins it, but then you kind of, after looking at it, it's like her eyes change. It goes from becomes really dark.
Well, I was gonna say the same thing about the shadow, but I was like, oh, there's a reason why he put the shadow on that side. That side of her is now turning dark. The other side looked like it's light. But it's just generic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That same pose, that same like crotch up shot that he always does.
But I like the Virgin variant more than I like just the cover B or cover A that it is.
Yeah.
That trade dress, I'm like, kind of. I'd like to see the whole art.
That's because it's covering in the best part that you like, sir.
That is true. That is true. I like the little bum there. All right. And that does it for our incentives for this week. I mean, it's kind of light because San Diego Comic-Con is starting with preview night this Wednesday. All right, so let's get through these store exclusives. And then, Jeff, you will lead us through the exclusives for the con. So let's get started with this one. Witchblade number 2. You can find a Comics Elite by Kendrick Lim, LE of 800, cost of $25. And wow. Mike?
Jesus, I don't fucking even know where to start on this one.
Start by...
Yes, you do, sir. Yes, you do.
Just hold on. Let me just blow it up real fast to
make sure you get a good look. Make sure you get a good look
at all the. Oh my gosh, I might lose an eye. For the rest of the cover, I feel like it should have been a little bit less. I know that that's his style. I get it, but it feels like it doesn't match somehow. I will say that the details on all the armor shit is super cool. And I also do sort of like the flow of the cover. I mean, I know I'm avoiding the major thing here. The incredibly luscious peach on this cover is possibly a little too much, but I still like it because
he said, "How dare you, sir?"
Because male. I don't know. I mean, it is. It's something, that's for sure. But you know what? Like, oh man, I don't even know. I feel like there's only so many of these kinds of covers you can have. And look, I literally wrote a 6-part article series on butt covers. So when I tell you I like me a butt cover, that's an understatement. And this one would definitely have made the cut had this been an older cover when I did those articles. But just the feel of the cover itself just kind of feels like a Zenoscope cover. And I know that it's Witchblade, so it was what? It was Aspen? Was that what that was?
I think so.
So still a similar kind of brand, I guess. So it sort of fits. But I don't know. I want the character to feel darker if it's Witchblade. And a little less like, I don't know, light-hearted anime, which is kind of has the feel of here. But there's some really cool touches. There's some great details in there, including.
All right, Jeff.
So I've seen this cover, and the first thing I thought was Alonzo. That's all I thought. And I'm pretty sure Alonzo ordered this. He might not be a fan of Witchblade, but he ordered this.
I am
multiple copies. Yeah, just might have a couple of issues, but I mean it's not bad. Just it's very very obvious what he wanted to make the focus of this cover. So. And he did a good job of that. That is a great focus of the cover.
It is. It totally is. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, And like I said, he doesn't have the Sears portrait background, so we're cool with that. A little different. It's an updated version.
It is. It's got that swirl.
Yes.
Oh man. But yeah, I dig it. Okay, so this feels like a store exclusive to me. And $25,
Yeah.
I'm like, sure, why the hell not?
He says, sure. Yeah, I'm sure that's what you said to yourself.
I said, yes, give me more. I love it. It's fantastic. I love them booty covers, and this is right up my alley. All right, now, Jeff, is this one right up your alley? We have Warren Lowe, and this is
There's
Gun
definitely
Honey.
something going up her alley.
That's right. LE of 500. It's already sold out on Warren Lowe's store, and it's $50.
You see what Trish wrote.
It's not bad, eh? And I say it's just
Yep.
done that.
Oh, little Jessica Rabbit.
Yes. Wow. Yes, this is definitely way up my alley for sure. You are the butt man. I guess I would say I'm the breast man. So
cheers to you.
I mean, I don't know what to say, honestly. I can tell it's a Warren Lowe, but it's well drawn, I guess. But isn't he all digital?
This one does feel digital to me, like 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got issues because I'm like bordering here. It's AI. You know what I'm saying? So, but these are how all his covers kind of go. So I mean, I kind of dig the white dress and the shades and the gun. It is Gun Honey, right?
It is Gun Honey.
She's missing the gun in the other picture, sir. But yeah, I'm not a guy who usually gets like, maybe I'm a little more square in that sense, or reserved. I don't get a lot of covers with any kind of like nudity on it, really. So it wouldn't be for me.
All right. What about you, Mike?
I'm not sure. So hang on. So, and it's because the only reason why I haven't, it's not because of the subject matter, obviously, but man, I really hate very obviously digital covers. And this really screams super digital, and therefore doesn't have great life to it. His ability to draw the female form is clearly there. And there's a lot of elements going on. I actually like both covers for their own reasons. She looks really cool with the gun and the dress in the clothed one, and she looks super sexy in the naked one. But yet, for me, this is a no. I want someone to really draw shit. I mean, call me an old schooler, call me a dinosaur. I don't know, but I want you to get, at least, I don't know. You don't have to get a pencil out per se, but like I want it to feel like you did, even if you didn't. And this one definitely just been AI generated for all I know. But it is striking. It is beautiful on first glance, but for my comic book money, this is a no.
Yeah, all right. I didn't buy this. I actually was on the site when it went on sale, and it was available for quite some time before it sold out. And I was really on the fence. I do like Warren Lowe's original one that he had with her drinking the wine on the in the bathtub for, I think that was Gun Honey number 1.
Yeah.
That's classic. I mean, it looks amazing. And this one, I just don't get that same kind of vibe from it. It does look too digital for me. And I know Copy had said that he would draw it and then kind of scanned it and then make some edits. But I think when he made those edits, I think he made so much of it that it looks too digital, that you don't see any of his work. And I've seen it. I mean, I've tried to get some of his original work, and I miss out. But with this one, it just doesn't do it for me. And again, it has to do with too much of a digital feel for it. And I just passed. I was just like, I'll just leave it alone.
She looks like one of those, like if you ever watch one of those movies with VR in it, and then there's always that lady that shows up in your VR that's like hosting you. Like,
Yeah.
how can I help you, sir? Like, this is what she feels like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How do we know? So, copy in the chat, please let me know. How do you know that this is drawn by hand? Is there something on his Instagram? I'm looking on his Instagram. I do not see by hand, but I don't see this particular piece drawn by hand. Do you know that this particular piece was drawn by hand?
I think.
I mean, I'm not calling you out. I just would like to know. I would like to see the process pictures and see if I like it better that way.
I think he's saying just in general that he does it mostly, but who knows? I don't know.
Well, Copy said he does it in one of his stories.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I believe
I'm
it.
looking at his Instagram. Clearly, he can draw in pencil. I'm looking at it right now, so there's no doubt. I wish he wouldn't clean it up so digitally.
Yeah,
he washed it digitally too much, right?
I'd almost rather he just left it's way nicer.
Yep. All right, moving on to the next one. We have Wolverine Revenge Red Band #1, and this is the explicit content version, and you can find it at the Comic Corner, KRS, NBC, Eastside Comics, and the Comic Mint. It's by Ivan Tao, LE of $999 with a cost of $30. Mike,
Do they just like throw numbers at the wall? Like they throw darts at numbers and say, "Oh, that's what it's limited to." What's with this group of comic book stores? We all know that there's 3,000 of these. Like, guys, come on. I mean, geez. But I don't know. It's hard to tell with what's covered up, but obviously it's pretty gruesome just from what we can see. Not sure Tao's the right guy to draw Wolverine per se. I'd have to see the proportions on the rest of the cover. The head looks way too small for starters, which is already a huge problem. So I'm thinking this is, especially since I know that limitation is a lie. There's all kinds of reasons why this is a big no.
all right. What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, we won't talk about the numbers here, but I think I've seen the version without the red band over it. It's not really that red band. From what I saw, it was just a lot of blood and ripped up costume. So I don't understand what the red band is about. Is it just too much blood? So what a waste. It's a gimmick. It's just a gimmick at this point, right? Because at this point you would think because it's covered up, they're gonna show Wolverine's package, right?
That would sell books.
Yeah,
that would sell books. You know, Batman sold books doing it
with his Batwang. Yep.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the case here. I just think his outfit's kind of ripped up, and a lot of blood on his six pack, and you know, that's it. And I totally agree. What really messes this up, I don't even need with or without the red band on there. You could tell how bad the head proportion is to his body. So yeah, this is not for me. He's way too. Yes, just the proportions are off.
I'm off the Tao train. It's been a long time since I've liked a cover from him.
Yeah. I'm not a fan either, and I think, Jeff, you're right. I think we're going to see some male nudity here, based on what I saw. Huh?
That'd be weird. You saw it?
No. Based on what the original version looked, right?
Oh.
His stance, everything. Right here, you can kind of see, like...
You saw Wolverine's dinghy?
It might be. His dinghy, yep. And it's made out of adamantium.
Oh, yeah. So it's always happy to see you.
Yep, it is. It's very
always shiny.
It's like a seventh claw.
Great.
Third leg.
But yeah, I mean, you can tell, like, he doesn't have any clothes here, right? So you can see his skin. So I would assume it's probably here too. How mature they will go, I don't know.
I don't think they went further than his abdomen.
Yeah.
So
I say dinghy,
his pelvic
Steve.
region. His pelvic region.
his growing area.
And that brings us
His
to the end of our store exclusives.
His manhood.
Yep, his manhood. All right, Jeff, you're up, man. Let's see some SDCC exclusives.
All right, let me see if this. Can you actually? Let me see if I can get this going because
There it is.
it takes forever to look.
Love it. That's good. His member.
All right.
Please go back to Gun Honey.
All right, so there are. I guarantee there's probably more than this, but 239 exclusive comic books at San Diego Comic-Con. That is quite crazy. We're not going to go through all of them because that's just nuts. But looks like someone took advantage of what was going on in the world.
Of course.
Mike, I'm sure this was part of your conversation. Okay, so we've got the Do You Pooh. We've got the Wolverine / Deadpool versions of Pooh. Homaging the poster. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let me know if you guys want me to stop on one as well.
We'll do.
All right, they've got Thundercats #6 by Tyler Kirkham. It's okay. Yeah. They've got a Bad Bunny. All these music artists are being put on these covers. So because of that, Eminem and Tupac and the Biggies, these are all, people are just starting to jump on this all over.
Yes, we're going through some of them, not all of them. Trust me.
Yeah,
There's some bangers in there.
The VV booth has actual physical copies of comic books. So I know I have the Deadpool one, the digital one. So maybe I'll go there. They're different covers, and they're just reprints.
I put the link. So this is on Bleeding Cool. Jeff found it. So they give you a list of all of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. Keep going, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I was trying to see if I can enlarge the stupid thing, but I can't. Oh, yes, I can.
Oh,
I
you
just did it too much. Go back up.
There's a great
just so you can see the covers. You can barely see them. Oh yeah, there they go. So X-Men 141, 142, Amazing Spider-Man 252, Wolverine 88, and Deadpool 1. So they're gonna have physical copies at the booth. Yeah.
And just
Mojo Jojo.
We just got banned from Twitch again for showing that covered up cover.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
Sweet.
It was blurred out.
Yeah, you didn't blur it enough. That's why I was like,
It wasn't really blurred out. Come on.
It was pixelated. It's on Warren Lou's website.
It was Japanese porn pixelated, sir.
Oh my god, it's terrible.
I got a TMNT #1 trade dress variant by Mitsuhiro Arita, and I think he's gonna be there for the first time in the States.
I think you're right. So it would definitely be a good idea to get that book and get it signed for sure.
It's not a bad cover either. But yeah, that'd be cool to get this and get him sign it. Of course, they got another Stan Sakai, exclusive, but I think it's the same cover, just different colored titles. Same cover, different colored titles.
Yep.
So yeah, there's also a blue foil available. So I believe this is the red foil. Let's get past this. Oh, right here, right? Pablo Villalobos.
Yep,
It's the Power Go version.
Yep. All it is. That one's just a foil.
Yeah. And this will be at Unknown Comics.
Yep.
Another Witchblade.
Dude, that's what Witchblade should look like, man.
Frank Cho did this one. This is a regular and limited foil.
Take that.
I love it.
And then there's a Evangeline
by Shannon Maurer. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell it's him. Like, just looking at this cover, I'm like, eh.
Is it because it looks like every other fucking Shannon Maurer cover? Could that be right?
Yes.
Somebody cosplaying as Elektra.
Yep.
Then we can get past that one.
Of their Brooks.
Mark Brooks, X-Men's, the 3 covers. Yeah, this one's a little more too expensive for me. This is $90 for all 3 covers.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure as a set, I looked it up. It was $90.
Damn.
I mean, you know, it's kind of whatever. This is cool. This is funny.
Yep.
This Deadpool #4 variant by Mark Brooks. It's a good old what do you call it? Homage. So Lion King.
Jeff, can you scroll back up? Bruce wants to know if there's an X-23 on that X-Men cover by Brooks.
Oh, I can't tell if that's X-23 on the bottom.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I see Polaris, I see Storm, I see Jean Grey, I see Magic. I don't know who the girl is on the bottom though.
Psylocke.
Oh, there you go.
You know what? I can blow it up. You can't blow it up?
I just did, didn't I?
You think that's Psylocke?
Yeah, it is. Here, there we go. It's Psylocke.
I guess so.
Purple hair? That's Psylocke.
Yeah,
I guess
I guess so. It makes sense, the purple shades.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, no X-23. Darn it, I knew I was gonna do
All
that.
right, here we go. All this Rose Besh stuff coming.
Oh god.
So there's a Rose Besh Witchblade. So I guess Witchblade is one of the hot things for this Comic-Con. Because everybody has a Witchblade cover.
How was Witchblade the hot thing? How is that even a sentence?
I don't know, because it seems like everybody has
the dollar book of all time. That and Fathom.
It's weird. They have the San Diego Comic-Con cover. Like everybody has a store exclusive.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that Witchblade cover, but I like the Chitara cover that Rose Besh did.
Yes, this one's kind of cool. The trade dress and the Virgin. So I wonder. Yeah, Rose Besh did both the Witchblade and the Thundercats Chitara one.
Yeah.
So she did this one, I would assume.
No,
this one.
No, that's Racha.
This
Lynn
one.
is the
This
one
one.
that's on the. She did the one on the top. Yes, that's the one where it's by Rose Besh.
Yes, definitely looks like Rose Besh. The Chitara one is one of the better ones, I think, so far that we've seen. New. So another Chitara cover, and this one's by
I love this one coming
Mirka
up.
and Dolfo.
Yep.
This one coming up is great. Coming up.
Yes.
The face head.
Godzilla.
Yes,
Look at this.
This one is fucking badass. Dan Panosian, I think.
Yes. So I'm sure this is going to be a popular one. Godzilla's going to be very popular this year.
That's awesome. I love that.
There is a Riccardo Federici for Conan 13.
Yeah.
Little wash.
That's just a version of one of the regular covers, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, meh, not worth it for me. Then you've got
your favorite artist.
Peach Monoko.
This is okay. Rian Gonzalez is not bad. This is not over the top for her.
Oh, is it Rian Gonzalez? Same problem.
Yeah, same. We've got TMNT #1 by Joel Jones.
That's okay.
You got some Jonathan Glapian, Spawn 350 cover, supermassive SDCC foil, and then you got all these KRS comics.
Oh yes, this is way too many.
This is nuts.
And so all they are it's nothing original. It's all like foil.
Yep.
Blah.
You know,
homage covers.
I've seen all of these already.
Reuse covers. I've seen this Green Lantern. Yeah, this is just all foil.
Was that Godzilla SDC exclusive only?
That's a good question. We'll find out. Believe so.
I fucking want that.
I would agree. I would love to have that one as well.
That's my favorite thing so far.
We will have to see what we can do for you, sir.
If it's easy to do, I would love a copy of that.
these store exclusives were already out. This is Sosa Maeka covers, right? So, did I freeze?
No.
Okay, thank God. I just heard quiet.
That was me freezing.
So here are all the prices, the limitations. Wouldn't necessarily believe all the limitations either, but
Yeah, but
You don't say.
Okay, so I kind of actually believe the limitations on these ones only because they've already had these books, right? This is
Right.
just a foil version of those books, right?
and some of these I think have been pre-ordered, right?
Yes.
So
Lame cop out. That's a cop out. Lame.
Yeah.
I guarantee you'll see most of these at the con, at almost any time.
Yeah, I would agree.
Shit Eater, I've never heard of that. Glow in the Dark cover though by Ryan Brown. Yosagi Jimbo. This is by Sakai and Luth. So I guess this is a 40th anniversary cover. Nothing special about it. Our buddy here, Kanto. No
Yep.
Place Like Home #1, convention black and white cover by Nimit Malavia. It's only $20, 500 copies. What's that?
Is there a color version of that somewhere?
I don't know.
Has that already been done as a colored
I
something?
would
It might
assume
be.
so.
It might be.
I would assume so. If someone can look that up, that'd be great. Yeah, it's okay cover. Kind of cool, kind of cute. Hellboy, Seed of Destruction. It is the 30th anniversary of Hellboy, so there's going to be a bunch of Hellboy stuff there as well. And this art cover is done by, it doesn't say. Oh, it's original. It's this. I think it's Magnolia.
Yeah, it
so
should
it's
be
burned.
no, right? Mignola? Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it comes. Oh, okay. So it's a feature updated line art cover, bonus section with more than 20 sketches and digital codes for Seed of Destruction #1 through 4, and it's a limited print run of 1,500. So if you're a big Hellboys fan, go pick them up.
I gotta go back and watch those.
These are the IDW con exclusives, right?
Yep.
So I think we talked about this Sonic. Maybe on our Saturday morning show. But yeah, they're just blah, IDW. Here's all the listings. There's foil variants. There's ash can versions. Oh my gosh. All the gimmicks. There's another Turtles anniversary. Let's see, the Exorcism, Monster High. I think these are free. So if you go to the booth and you're there in time to get it handed out to you, that'd be great. I guarantee this Monster High book will probably be one of the most wanted ones.
Maybe, probably.
Well, those kinds of things that are like you have to time it right to get it. Those are the things that end up being worth money.
Yeah, and I guarantee the line for free stuff will always be long and always be cut off. So if you happen to get in it, that's great. Take advantage. This Gotcha Man SDCC variant by the Escorza brothers. Trade dress is only 500, Virgins 200, and there's a foil cover to 100. That's not bad art. Yeah, but it's also meh.
This thing again? We already saw that.
Yes, we did.
So another Witchblade is Rocksta Lin.
Yeah, Rocksta.
And then we got a bunch here from Mad Cave Studios.
They're just bringing their regular books. Those look terrible.
These all look like A covers.
We'll just bring a stack of books and we'll feature it on the website, and that's our exclusives for the day. Since no one actually orders our.
I dig this Gotcha Man one.
People will think.
Yeah, also let's go with the O'Malley variant covers for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. And it looks like at two different booths.
No, one's the front and back.
Oh, I thought that's what the booth number. I thought that was. Got it. Oh, it's number 350 overall, probably.
Yep.
So yeah, kind of cute. Looks like a notebook. Nothing really here. What is this? Nothing. Let me get through some of these. Okay, so the Spawn, the McFarlanes. My understanding is this is going to be the most limited one at the con. Is the Rat City #1 McFarlane cover because it could only get it in the bundle. You can get the other two separately. So the Salmon Twitch Case Files #1 and the blank cover for the gold foil logo. And a lot of people go after these sketch cover ones, these blank ones, because Tom McFarlane is at like every con.
No.
Spawn kills every Spawn. This is the John Layman and Rob Sketchcraft Duenas cover. And then there's another Witchblade #1. Jeez.
I like that cover. I like that creepy cover.
Yeah, this one's done by Marguerite Bennett and Giuseppe Cafaro.
Oh,
I love it.
that's crazy.
Oh, no, the cover art. Okay, so the first one is by Todd McFarlane. I'm so sorry. Look at it. So, right, cover art by Todd McFarlane. And the second one is Mark Silvestri.
No, Mark Silvestri's the one on the bottom.
Is it? It is. What the hell is this?
I don't know. That feels like Dustin Nguyen,
Oh, it is.
right?
Story by Jeff Lemire.
But I just like it.
Yeah.
And then Alex Ross is next.
Yeah. So we've got the Alex Ross exclusives, the X-Men #1 reprint, the world's finest cover, and he has two different covers. So I actually am going to get the X-Men 1 if I can.
That's cool.
I dig that one. And, obviously I don't own an X-Men 1. Yeah, so both of them will be at the booth, and I believe you can go online right now and get on the wait list.
Nice.
Naruto at the Viz booth. What else do we have? Some Charles M. Schultz. There's this cool cover. I actually kind of dig this, but it's a manga book, so sorry.
Oh, fuck balls.
I know. I love Peanuts, but
The peanuts.
of course, Udon Studios does a swimsuit issue. And then here's some other Udon exclusives. You can go down to the booth. That's the Udon Studios. Yeah, of course they have a Street Fighter and a Darkstalkers.
Ooh.
Bubblegum Crisis. It's a hardcover collection, so it's not necessarily a comic book. SDCC Exclusive Thundercats exclusive variant cover.
That's
limited
terrible.
at just 100. That's crazy. Yeah, this is kind of meh. I think he's on top of the vehicle, right? Yeah.
Yes. Looks like it.
Kind of meh. I've never heard of Echoes, so it's Aspen Comics. And this is the 3 metal ones that I think people are talking about, but it's remastered Michael Turner artwork. That's why.
Yeah.
That sucks. And then you've got Sam. Get past some of these.
I like keeping him in the conversation, though. A guy like that is.
That's true.
It sucks to keep reusing the same art, but we're not going to get any new art, so I guess we got to do it that way, right?
He was gone too soon.
It's like Dave Stevens.
Yeah. There's some Titan Comics exclusives. You got Gun Honey. Is this the Adam Hughes one, right?
Yeah, it's the Hughes.
Yeah, some people are talking about this one for sure. Are you getting this, Alonzo?
No. Well, I'm not gonna make it to this year's Comic Con.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
This looks like David Mack, right?
No, it looks like it, but it's not him.
It's by Bill Mouse.
Bill Mouse.
So I think people are looking for these Doctor Who's as well. Get past these. She, Gotcha Man, Destro, Chitara, Thundercats. More Spawn kills every Spawn. Hello Darkness, I think that's one of the books that has a lot of exclusives.
Dig that Hello Dark. That's fun.
Yeah, that
That's
was
fun.
good.
Kind of a cool callback. I mean, to old school comics.
Yeah, scream up, whatever you call it.
Boring Power Ranger ones.
That Abyss one's interesting. Kind of
Cool homage.
yeah, pre-code horror.
I'd pass on all these black and white ones.
Yeah,
It's too busy.
yuck. Yeah.
Turtle ones, meh, it's okay. Another homage for the Phoenix #1. It's that what was it? Crisis. So yeah, there's again all the limitations. You can find all of this information on Deadline, I think.
Yeah, and I put the link in the chat, so everybody has access to it.
Then you got Trinity Comics. It's got the not Mark Hamill, sorry, Luke Skywalker cover limited to 500, the Virgin. I don't even think there's a trade dress version. And it is Star Wars number 48.
That's pretty cool. I like that cover.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
A lot of people are gunning for this cover.
Yeah,
And they're not bringing, if I'm understanding it right, did they bring all of these to the booth? I'm not sure. But I know for this one, the Audi, this is X-Men #1. It has multiple covers. There's this purple background. It's got a yellow gold background. It's limited to like 400. And I think there's a black and white version. So, of course, if this is what people are going to be waiting in line for, a lot of them, I got my set, so I'm not waiting in that line if I don't have to. Might pick up another set depending on if I need to pick up for other people or if I want to, flip it. Brian Williams sketchbook. I'm sorry, Zoe Thorogood's sketchbook. Why did I read Brian Williams? And that's this right here. There's Deathstroke #1. Meh.
Huh. Yep.
Contra Against Evil. Meh. Some more exclusive by Kid Heroes Productions. Never really heard of it. Cute Stitch one. Tokyo Pop, a manga version. Nothing really stand out. This She-Ra. I wonder if this is something that Rob would get. More exclusive Spider-Man Reign 2, Wonder Woman. These are.
Man, are they gonna,
I think these are
why did they leave that Lobos alone? Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, they reused the art.
Fucking hate that shit.
Another homage for Vampirella. Yeah, and these are terrible. This Destro and this Scarlet. Oh man. Okay, get past some of this. Another homage to Akira. Jeez, what is
What the hell is
this?
all that? Jesus.
Garbage.
That's a lot of
Garbage.
turtle books. And look at it, it's $20 each. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm good Lord, look at all of that. That's a lot of versions. There's 62 versions. Good luck, people, if you're a Turtles fan.
Yeah.
No way.
All right.
Let's see.
I have
that
some
it?
other ones, Jeff, if you're done.
Yes, please.
All right.
I
So
know
here
we didn't
go
get
with
all of
some
it.
Other ones. One of them was brought to us by Copy, so I'm going to share that one first.
And I didn't put the J. Scotts on there.
I know. I have it. It's coming. So these are the one here that Copy wanted to shout out. It's Persuasion #5, and I know exactly why he's shouting that one out.
Yes, he loves that homage.
It's homage to Legion of Superheroes. So there you go. So it's this one right here. You can find it at his booth if you're so inclined. All right, I'm just going to hop over here real fast.
So few comics will ever hold a candle to the original,
Yes.
but I just
Agreed.
give zero fucks about homages to that guy.
And
nothing
then
will
we
ever.
have Trish Forstner's book, Feral. And this is Midsummer that it's parodying or homaging. And you can find this at Comic Tom's booth, I guess.
There's even more to it. It's an homaging in homage
That's right.
that she homaged.
Because they do this for Stray Dogs.
Yes.
Yes. Limited to 500, and looks like it's available on Wednesday and whatnot. So here we go.
Nice.
All right, now going into Campbell. So these are the ones. This is the comic, the Ultimate Spider-Man #4. This is the Virgin cover. It is variant number D. So it goes with all of this other one. It's a version of this one right here. I dig this cover. If you're fans of this one right here, and even Campbell had mentioned this on his story on his site, this one is getting a lot of cash out in eBay. So you might expect this one to do the same too, as far as exploding on the secondary market. This other one here is also going to be at his booth, and it's Ghost Spider #1.
I don't like the fingers, man.
Yeah, the fingers look weird. It does look like, it does look a little strange.
Yep, and it's a sneaker cover. People will go crazy.
And then this one right here, I dig it. I like the pencil
Yes.
version. So if
This
you're looking
one
at
I
this one,
like.
it is a foil, but I like the pencils.
And if I think he said it on his Instagram, I think he said it's a spot foil. So like the face is not
cool.
foil.
Cool.
Oh, really? Let's take
Yeah.
a look. You're
Yeah,
right. It's
see?
his face isn't foil.
So they put it and he says it turns the outfit from silver to gold. So it's kind of cool too.
Okay, that is cool.
I kind of want this one. I know I'm still a sucker for foils anyways, but I think they did well on this one, and it fits with her outfit and everything. So
Yeah,
It's cool.
but yeah, and I dig this.
and that's the line one, yeah, the line art.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for Campbell. Again, this is Trish's, so make sure to have her get a look. She's probably going to be available and probably sitting and whatnot, so she might want to get this signed.
Oh,
Are there any other books?
I can't remember who else. I'm sure there's plenty that we've missed. I told you, the 239, that was just a low number because I'm pretty sure they didn't get all of them because they didn't have the J. Scott Campbell's.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I think the winners to me are the
Godzilla?
the EM Gist Luke Skywalker.
Yes.
Godzilla? The Godzilla Panosian. Those are the top two for me, I think.
I like the Audi. That's why
I like the Audi too. That would probably be the third one.
The Godzilla is really cool.
Yeah.
And honestly, I might have to pick that up too.
Those are the two. If anyone is feeling charitable and wants
well, if I'm going to be in the line, I might as well, sir.
either one of those
pick
two.
up some extras.
Either one of those two, either Godzilla or the Luke, or
I
both.
forget, I'm picking up for two people here.
I'm not.
Hey,
and I'm not
all I want is the Godzilla and the Witchblades from Campbell. That's it. That's it.
And
That's all I want.
And I'm not that guy. Like, if you don't ruin your fucking day to try to get me a comic book.
Agreed.
No,
horrible.
don't worry. If I'm going to be in the line, I will text you immediately
Okay.
and let you know.
There you go.
All right. Perfect.
All right. So that does it for our show, right?
Yes.
So, Mike, are you doing a cover fire?
I am doing a cover fire this week. Yes, I am. And it's a little short, but there's some beauties. We actually covered most of the dressed versions of Virgin Incentives, so they're there. But yeah, there's a couple of really good things this week. So looking forward to it. It is almost done. I'll actually have it finished about an hour after this podcast ends.
Sounds good. And as always, we're going to give another quick shout out to our sponsors. As always, over at Cover Price, make sure to use Nirvana 14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And over at Bird City Comics, use TNH 10 to save yourself 10% off your entire purchase. And our friend Sean over at DisplayGeek.com, don't forget to use code word Team Nerdherd to save yourself 10% off your very, very first purchase. All right. And with that being said, Jeff, you want to take us out?
Yeah. To all those going to San Diego Comic-Con, if you see me, see any of the Nerd Herd, come say hi. Good luck on your hunts. I hope you get the covers you want. Don't overspend for covers you don't or don't really like. Just don't go with the hype. Go with what you like.
Agreed.
So, oh shoot, if you want to do it right, collect what you like, cover horse for life. Peace out, everyone.